when we involve community, they will really know that whatever we are doing is for them. This will make them to participate fully in the activities. They can even own, which will bring also sustainability to them. What we do is we engage community for the activities, for the sustainability. Not only that, they are given full knowledge. They gain full knowledge through these trainings we are doing. They get the knowledge, and then they own this project or any activities brought to them by organization. They have, when even they are left to participate in the activity, through the training, through the capacity building, they can take over, they can sustain it. It gives, it makes the coverage of activities wider in the community. I think this is what is happening currently. We always integrate, we coordinate, we capacitate, and then we give them full knowledge on the project. And then by that also, community engagement and accountability also comes in. They have upper hands to also participate and then give feedbacks how the projects will go on in the community.
Let the international organization, humanitarian organizations, not implement directly, because they should be actually donors. They should be the one funding these community-based organizations, because community-based organizations are where we find these members of the communities, so that whenever they are going to do, they do it as members of the community. So the first step is to use the community-based organizations that include most of these members of the community to do the activities for them, rather than international organization coming to implement directly. Every community or every society have the ways they respond when there are problems. And it will be good if other external supports come in, respect this, and use the available existing systems, okay, to deliver services to such communities. So these cultural, locally led actions normally incorporate the idea of evaluating their programs. They do the activities and they learn from there. And when they learn, they come out with ways forward. So, and then they go back and then they do how they intend to improve on it. And eventually it works. So this is how important it is, because they learn from it, they change and they improve on it, and it will definitely work.
These organizations are from the grassroots, and I believe they know more about their people. And when you're entrusting them that power and giving them the resources to be able to respond, they will be responding in a very standard way. Why do I say that? They will respond taking into consideration the culture, the beliefs of the people, and the norms that they are always trying to see around. And then, of course, while putting all those into consideration, you will see that so many people will be able to participate in whatever they are doing. And as they participate, this kind of activities or programs will continue to be there running. And this will also lead to sustainability of more programs.
Unfortunately, the already existing dependency on humanitarian aid. Most of these communities have now developed the sense that most of the humanitarian assistance have to be done by external partners. So that mindset is becoming a challenge when we are trying to incorporate these locally led actions. So because they already look at themselves like they can do less, and external partners can do better. So that alone limits them from really giving their full potential in responding to different problems that happen in their society.
When you look at the whole of South Sudan, it has been disturbed by a serious political and conflict kind of instability here and there. So that's one of the things. The other thing, the main one, can be the resources. Yes, we have limited resources. That is why it is sometimes very hard for us to be able to respond to the urgent needs within the community. The other thing that we are also facing, or that the locally led organizations are facing, are the issue of capacity building. You know, most of the organizations do not have staffs that are well equipped with knowledge and skills to be able to go practically on the ground and deliver the basic services, or sometimes even have some kind of trainings that people can really pick up from there.
Mainstream the aspect of community engagement in every project that we do. Because by doing that one, we give the community to be in charge of whatever services we are rendering to them. So every aspect of our project should have that community engagement, community ownership. Let the community feel like they are doing this for themselves rather than international NGOs doing this for the community. So that could be the way out.
Actually, when you look at most of these locally led organizations, of course, they can be able to do anything. But then when you look at the capacity in terms of accountability, it becomes very difficult. So there is a need to also raise their capacity in terms of procurement procedures and all the accountability procedures that are needed. But also when you look at other things to do maybe with following the humanitarian principle, for us to be accountable for it, there is a need for them to always monitor and evaluate and report these principles by coming on the ground and checking on how we understand them, how we really apply them during response, and how we can continuously apply them and be able to disseminate to the other people within the country.
For example, let me use the local efforts that are done under the South Sudan Red Cross. For example, we have seen in other parts of South Sudan where there is flooding and people are suffering. It is the volunteers, it is the youth, okay, who are members of the South Sudan Red Cross who respond immediately. Imagine if they were to wait for support from the headquarters, if they were to wait for support from other areas. It will take long, it will not do much. But it is the local population, it is the local youth, local volunteers from within where there is crisis who comes out, mobilize themselves to start helping. The little they can, the capacity they have, they use it to support those who are really in need. So those are successful stories because they are the one responding for themselves. So two, we have the established South Sudan Red Cross bodies, like the youth programs, like the volunteers, who at the branch level, at the grassroots level, may organize, plan, and think, identify a program. Like we have numerous cleanup campaigns conducted in very critical places like the market, like the hospitals. So those are very important aspects. And these are the local volunteers, local youth who come with these programs to help the needy. Just imagine if we give them some little support. Okay, so they will do much more better than that. And that's the importance of the local actions because they are available and they are cheap, by the way, to implement. Because you just need a small resources for them to do work that has greater impact. Let's really focus our support mostly on actions that lead to, that seek to support the local actions actually. So because it is from there that we will respond effectively. It is from there that the people are ready to respond immediately. So in long run, we will have a sustainable national society that responds to different crises that arise.
The international organizations should continue to support the locally led organization by giving them funds, capacitating them, and at the same time monitoring their activities, and to continuously being closer with these organizations so that they're able to learn from them and gain all the skills and knowledge and expertise that is needed or required for someone to be able to respond in a very effective manner.